Alright, kind of a strange video, I think. Okay, yes. Yeah, no, can't get much stranger. Alright, let's sort of relate to the derived energy thing. Just the whole dying thing. And, I've been thinking about that a lot because I've been watching a lot of Feynman videos. Richard Feynman, the physicist. So I guess I'll put this on the draft science, yeah, even though it's not really about draft science, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so one thing gets you thinking about the other thing, because, it's all related. And Feynman, they always, I didn't really like Feynman too much, and the more I find out about him, the more I start to like him. And just an interesting, strange kind of character. I mean, definitely not my kind of person in a lot of ways, but in some ways very much my kind of person. So it's difficult to describe. But anyway, I've definitely gained some respect for him. But the real story was his first wife, and it was very interesting. Very tragic, and really just a horrible story. And he seems okay about it, but yeah, I would be just. It's the kind of thing that could just ruin you, put you off, life a bit. So anyway, it's basically a story about he liked a girl. Her name was Arlene, which is my sister who died. Her name was Arlene, which just also added to the poignancy of all this in my own head. But anyway, beautiful woman. And so, yeah, he loved this girl. He liked this girl. But he never figured on it ever working out because she was really popular and he was really dorky and all that kind of crap. And, yeah, it didn't really work out. And in the end, it worked out. And the real tragedy was, he went off to school, did this, did that, all this different little stuff. But she ended up getting tuberculosis, lymphatic tuberculosis. And slowly died. And he married her even though she was dying, and it was just so much, just such a beautiful story. It's tragic though, and just horrid. But you have to admire him for what he was willing to give up. And this is back, in the days when they were developing the nuclear bomb, and so he certainly had other distractions. And you got to respect people who can, put up, kind of deal. He was there for her all the way, in a sense, and I tried to be, this is admirable. It's cold out here. Anyway, so that was one story, and then there was this other story about when he was investigating, the shuttle thing, and now he's dying. This later story, and he's got this lousy kind of cancer, and it just kind of takes 10 years to wipe him out or whatever it took. Some sort of kidney. Started in his kidney anyway. Well, that branch is going to fall off that tree. Maybe while I'm drifting under it, which wouldn't be good. Anyway, I don't like the woods and the wind. Don't like it much at all. Anyway, and so, it'd be funny if, I got killed making the video about people dying. Yeah, haha, funny. Anyway, so he's doing this shuttle investigation thing. This was all very interesting because, a lot of details, backstory you get out of this whole thing, conversation, a lot of, ins and outs of the space shuttle's workings. Find it very interesting. But anyway, the subtext is, so he's dying and he's doing this last hurrah kind of thing. And there's lots of stories in the story of him as this investigator. And what I found so strange was is the story he tells and the story the other people tell don't exactly match. And that was one of the things that, Feynman made a real emphasis or a real point between his relationship with Arlene, was this idea of, once they committed to each other, they committed to this complete honesty thing, and not no bullshit. And it just seems like there's some bullshit, in these stories, and it's just sort of, I don't know who to blame for the bullshit, but it's there. There's no reason for these stories, the details, not to match, and they're all little details. They don't have anything to do with the big picture of the story, but it's just in the context of Feynman relating to when, he became an atheist. He became an atheist because he realized, he got the rabbi to basically admit that the stories weren't true. The miracle stories in the Bible, in the whatever, the Torah or whatever, and that they were just told to give people the idea of it, and he found that very offensive. They had been lied to, and it was a turning point in his life in terms of his capacity to trust or whatever, and this whole idea of pursuing the deeper truth and whatever, blah blah blah. I'm just saying. So my point is that it's just kind of weird that there's these unresolved crap in terms of, they just don't match these stories, and it just bugs me. And so that brings me back to derived energy, because it's not done right. We'll never know enough of the whys of what happened, and it's just another end that isn't right. That was the other thing Feynman was describing when his wife was dying, and she was just the physical process, and he was just so, he seemed like such a emotional person in so many ways, in terms of being upbeat and positive and all that kind of stuff, but he didn't seem to have any capacity to do the same thing in any kind of deep sympathetic way. It seemed kind of unsympathetic, how clinical he was in his description. Well, anyway, so just been an interesting kind of adventure for me, in just recognizing too whenever you transition in terms of perception of somebody, it's always kind of an interesting process to see the person differently, and you start relating to your past observations even a little differently, and it's just interesting kind of whatever thing it does to you. So I was already in a emotionally weird place, when I found out about derived energy, and it's just yeah, it's just emotionally even weirder. So that's about all, I think. So not much of a video, just day in my life kind of thing. Day in a couple of days in my life, maybe. Something like that. Just weird. It's, Now I had the physics stuff still buzzing in my head. Because the more I watch Feynman, there's moments where he says things I really like, and he says things I don't like. But I think he was hungry also for the physical explanation. Even though he knew he had to defend the math, I think he was intrigued by this mystery physics. Anyway, I think that'd be enough. Until the next time. It seems like he should have done something with his clock metaphor. It seems like it has. It's hidden in there. Yeah, the truth is in there. It's in this idea of a phase shift. And that's what creates a lot of this phenomenon. This phase shifting, and harmonics, and lots of interesting subjects. Anyway, enough. I will get back to this without the emotional crap. Anyway, until next time, and such.